Hello and welcome back to KNF Design. If you're new here, my name is Katie and I try to bring a wide variety of different craft projects to you. If you ever have a craft project you would like me to show you how to make or just want to see me try to make it, let me know down below and I'll try my best to bring that to you. If you like today's craft project, make sure to hit those thumbs up. It really does mean a lot to me and it helps bring my crafting videos to more crafters like you. Don't forget to also hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. That way you don't miss out on any of our crafting fun. So with that, let's get crafting. So today's project was going to be an Easter project, but I changed and ended up going with this pretty cherry blossom design, which I think it also looks kind of springy, which reminds me of Easter. So here's the design, and I unglued them, and then I sized this one to 5 inches wide, which makes it about 4.6 inches tall. I think that's the size I want for both of mine. I think I'm going to do 2 on my vase. I'll show you a little bit more what we're getting into here. It'll be just a little messy, but I think it'll be fun. So make sure you select everything, including all of the flowers, before you change your sizes so it changes it all together. You can use this design like this, but after thinking about it, I think it's going to be a little bit easier and a little bit nicer effect if I move all of these. I'm going to make each flower a stencil, and then I'm going to cut out this. I'm going to be cutting all of it out of stencil vinyl. Since it's a glass vase, I actually have this stencil film that's flexible stencil film from Cricut that I'll be using. You can also use permanent vinyl as well. So I think I'm just going to bring to front so I can see how big I need my circle here to be. And then we will align and center it all. So this here will cut out the circle and then the flower from the inside. Technically, that's all you want to do. If it just makes you feel better, you can either go to slice and then delete those extra pieces you don't need. You can also go to combine and hit subtract. So then the nice thing with subtract is if you say, oh shoot, I needed this a different size, you can go backwards. If you slice it, it's done. Instead of doing that for all of these flowers, I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, 13. 13. I was trying to think of my thoughts ahead while counting. So I'm just going to duplicate till I technically have 14. Which means we can either hide or delete all of these cherry blossoms here. And then we'll select those. And you can also hit duplicate here. So now we have 8. And that's actually 16. So we just need to delete 2 of them. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and cut these with my Cricut. You could use probably even like a sticker or just do, I'm going to show you a different technique I'm going to try without the stencil as well. So if you don't have a Cricut, you can still play around with this. So first off, I do not have anything on my hands because, like I said, this will be a messy project. And we will need some gloves to protect our hands, otherwise they will be colored for days. So if you don't want colored hands, make sure you have some gloves. Then I went ahead, this is my stencil vinyl, and like I said, you can also use permanent vinyl. I went ahead and weeded everything out, and since they're big pieces and I'm just kind of gonna freehand where I put them, I don't need to transfer them. But if you do want to transfer it onto a container, you can cut slits in your vinyl to help lay it flat. And this is the flexible one, so it also kind of bends well. And I do not need these soccer flowers. They were the insides of this. But I just thought they were too pretty to throw away, so I figured I might use them for a future project. This is not technically needed, but this is my spring Easter to make this project more springy, Eastery like. What you do need as well is a vase or glass container. I'm going to be using this frosted tea light candle holder. I saw this really cool technique that I want to try. We'll see how it goes. I'm still learning alcohol inks myself, so we can learn together. Let me know down below if I'm doing something wrong or if you have any suggestions to help all of us out. This container here is a glass vase that actually it's I think it came from IKEA. I did a project on it. I didn't like the project, so if you can tell, there's some bumps on it. I'm hoping the alcohol inks are going to kind of blend this in and maybe it won't be as noticeable. It was kind of hard to take it off, so I just thought I'll cover it all over. I spray painted this with a white primer spray paint, and I don't know how the alcohol inks are gonna go with the spray paint. It is still a silky surface, so I'm hoping it will work, but we shall see, and that's why I'm gonna be putting my stencils on. I'm also hoping the white kind of makes those colors pop a little bit more. So, as I said, you need alcohol inks. These are the Tim Holtz Ranger alcohol inks. We have Stream, Butterscotch, and Wild Plum. So I'm going to do the tree in Butterscotch, my flowers in the plum, and then a background of this blue color Stream. So I think that'll be kind of pretty, and I'm using these to keep all my colors separate. It might be beneficial to have a little dabber here to apply our alcohol inks. I do have glass as well to protect my surface, and then you can clean that alcohol with isopropyl alcohol. 99% is best. It will work up to the 91%, but don't go any lower than 91%. You can also use, I put my isopropyl alcohol into this little bottle with a thin tip so I can squirt it on things if needed. I've tried the alloys. I have a gold and a silver. They didn't quite work well for me last time, but I might even mix it in with my isopropyl. So we'll see if I do that. If I really like my piece, I'm just gonna leave it alone. But if I'm feeling chancy, I may do some of those. And then you can also use your alcohol blending solution to help blend the alcohols together as well.
If you don't want to have this particular piece, just like a sponge works, like a makeup sponge. You could do like a sponge brush, something like that. All right, I guess let's get started. So the first step is going to be my yellow for the tree branch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cover my surface with my butterscotch color here, and then I will lay my tree branch over where I want it to go, and that'll protect that area from getting more colors on top of it. So we'll add the yellow, let it dry completely, which they do dry pretty quick. Then we'll add the stencil over top. Then I'm actually gonna do, you can take your isopropyl alcohol and clean up all the extra areas if you want. If you don't want it like a green, the yellow and the blue kind of create a green color. So if you don't want that, then you can wipe that off. And then I will add my blue stream color. Dry. Once it's dry, then I'm going to add my flower stencils. Use the isopropyl alcohol so there's no color, so it doesn't blend and make a weird brown color or anything like that. And paint my wild plum for my flowers. So that's the plan. Oh, and when this is finished, alcohol, like I said, will wipe it off. So you'll need to coat it with a protective spray when it's completely dry. We'll remove all the vinyl. So once it's dry, remove all the vinyl and then coat it with just a protective spray. And then you'll want to also use a UV spray to protect it. So these don't fade in the sun. And you can't do the UV light right away, otherwise it'll kind of mess up your colors. So once it's all dry, do a protective and then the UV spray. All right, let's go. I might also use my cereal box to kind of help hold that in place. We'll see how that goes. For a second piece, I may or may not use this little heat gun to help blow and move alcohol inks around. So that's another thing you could use. You could technically use a straw, just don't breathe in the alcohol. And you could probably also use a hairdryer too.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I fall. I'm falling fast, sitting here praying that this night's gonna last. on tap. I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's fact. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I fall.
So I just want to mention real quick, the reason why you're seeing this blue underneath is because, like I said, I decorated this vase beforehand and decided I didn't like it and spray painted over it. I should have removed all of it was Mod Podge and tissue paper on it, and I should have removed it, but I didn't feel like removing it, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to see that different texture. But now that I've removed my my stencil, it removed some of that tissue paper, so that's why it's doing this. Otherwise that would have been really pretty. I'm gonna try to use my flowers to kind of cover up some of that, so we'll see how that works. But it should look like this area here, nice definitive lines. So might try some of that on our little guy too, just to show you, but I'm not sure yet. But it's looking really cool. So there's this piece. It would have been really cool if those pieces didn't come off, but it's still kind of a cool abstract looking piece. So don't make my mistake and actually clean your vase completely. I didn't expect it to pull off that easily, but now I know. So let's move on to the next one. So I'm gonna do a frosted look. I'm just gonna do some blues and do some stripes and things. Here is what our vases look like. They're completely dry. Don't forget to put a protective sealant on your pieces. And then once that has dried fully, you might do a couple coats. Then do a UV protectant layer. But yeah, I'm happy with how they turn out. This one's kind of a little bit textured because it has that tissue paper that I had on the base already before, which is kind of fun. Did mess it up in a few areas. You can't really see this, but it actually colored the glass, so that's kind of cool effect when the light shines through it. So it's definitely a lot more colorful with where it was white versus just the clear glass. The frosted glass here also shows up that color nicely too, and actually the that alloyed silver worked really well. I added it to the flower as well as some of the blue streaks. So I really like that effect as well. Let me know down below if you like this more abstract, brighter color, or if you like this technique. I don't know what you call it. But let me know if this is something you would want to try. If you've tried any alcohol inks, always looking for tips as well to help the community. So I hope you had fun playing around with these alcohol inks with me and that you'll give it a try. Thanks for crafting, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now. I also wanted to note that because this has the alcohol inks on it, if you do these on any type of coffee mug or that type of glass, you cannot drink it on it. Don't put your lips where that alcohol has touched.